mistakes. And the Lakers, Greg, for a long time could rely on the lure of Los Angeles to draw top free agents. History does a lot, it seems.
Yeah, Paul George listing them on his short list shows they still have that pull, but the Lakers will be big players in free agency, I believe, in the near future.
And now the Lakers starting group. Ball runs point with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope to his side. They're the backcourt. Then it's Brook Lopez. Then it's Ingram. And it's Kuzma in at the 4 slot. Here's Lopez. The Lakers rebound. Milwaukee with the ball. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Out left to the wing. Stolen by Ball. Caldwell-Pope dishes to Ingram. Now the pass to Kuzma. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And always feels good to get on the board first.
Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting contest. If you look at the competitive matchups out there tonight, we're in store for a good one.
Here's Maker. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in.
And right in the teeth of the defense, making a statement early in this one.
Yeah, pinpointing the rim protection with that attack, and no one makes enough of an effort there to stop him.
Right side, Antetokounmpo. Ingram with the steal. Here's Caldwell-Pope. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And part of an overall effort for Kentavious going for higher percentage shots. That time working inside.
And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
Lakers ball.
Lakers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Ball, the pass to Kuzma. In the corner, it's Ingram. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. Here's Kuzma. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Lakers shooting their first free throw of the game. And that one misses. Brent, some incredible players have put on the jersey for the Bucks in their storied history. Do you have a favorite Bucks player who you always appreciated watching?
Well, I'll name 3, Kevin. First, Jack Sikma. Second, Sidney Moncrief. And third, Terry Cummings. Those were some of the more incredible offensive teams during the 1980s that do not get enough credit.
Milwaukee shooting their first free throw of the contest.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
And Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak, he's a very exciting player, continues to improve, and does a little bit of everything on a nightly basis.
Pass to Kuzma. Off target from three-point range. Ingram with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Kuzma can't get it to go. On defense, the Lakers. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Maker kicks to Middleton. Here's Antetokounmpo. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Here's Ball. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Hey, Brent, what's more important, offense or defense? Some guys are great at both.
Well, offense is sometimes what you get paid for, Kevin, but defense is where you need a buy-in. And so to me, it's always the defense and the way that you construct that camaraderie on that end of the floor, that communication on that end of the floor, that's going to make the difference in your season.
Don't you love two-way players, though, guys that play hard at both ends? It's hard to do, but the guys that do it well really stand out.
Well, it's not football, Kevin. There's 2 sides that you have to play in basketball, and certainly the more equipped that you are to play both, the more playing time you're going to see for a coach.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Second shot opportunity, and there's the nice layup by Henson. Henson's got his first points of the game.
Well, this is where Henson gets plenty of his points trolling the offensive glass.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's guarded close, and they'll keep possession. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Goes back up, and the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
This is where he should operate. Henson has developed his skills, but has limited range.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. For Milwaukee, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. And the free throw, no good. And a look at John Henson, the Tar Heel product, very measured in his play. Never does much to hurt you when he's out on the floor.
John Henson's out there for 2 reasons. Rebound the basketball and be a rim protector. He uses those incredibly long arms to bother shooters. And as long as the perimeter defense is shuffling guys towards John Henson's way, he can have a huge effect on the ball game for the minutes he's in.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Another remarkable thing to me about Giannis is the way that he's improved so quickly and solidified the fundamental part of the game. Giannis didn't grow up playing basketball. We've heard that story before, but jumping from the Greek second division to the NBA, what a gigantic difference of competition, and he's risen to the level.
And with Giannis's background is really something incredible. Oh!
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. And that replay is sponsored by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment, giving us an excellent perspective on the play. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Well, Greg, the Bucks can be a fearsome defense when things are clicking.
And the Bucks will do it with several approaches. I mean, great numbers in terms of steals and blocks. They force a lot of turnovers with their pressure and ball hawking skill. It's just a matter of when the offense can catch up to the defense.
A different look for Milwaukee. Mirza Teletovic is checked in for John Henson. And Brogdon subbed in for Chris Middleton. Zubac is checked in for the Lakers. Deng comes in for Brewer. Antetokounmpo kicks to Maker. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
Like the aggressiveness and a great effort just to get a hand on it.
And Teletovic kicks to Maker. Outside for Bledsoe. Knocks down the 3-ball. Bledsoe's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Shooting off the pass, that means Bledsoe set himself early and was ready to let it fly.
Deng gets a wide open look. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
Oh, a little punch, counter punch action. Neither side flinching here.
Yeah, both sides trying to keep up with.
Oh, that happened.
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
Lakers trail by 3. Here's Clarkson. Teletovic grabs the board. It's stolen by Deng. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
And this is where you have to sharpen up your passing. That's a careless turnover.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the first quarter. It's Brogdon on the wing. Here's Maker, and the rejection by Zubac. But they recover it. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Goes up again. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clarkson against Bledsoe. Zubac the pass to Randall. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Bucks ahead as they wrap up the first quarter with a 13-5 run. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think? Milwaukee leading by 3. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Clarkson. He'll get out there with Randall. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Hart in at the 3.
You got to try to body Giannis up and knock him off balance because he's very consistent on the interior.
And last season, Giannis truly making the leap to superstar in the NBA. Brent was recognized by the fans, as well as he was voted in as a starter for the All-Star game in New Orleans.
And I love the point that Giannis made last year with regards to that All-Star voting, Kevin. He said he would have gotten more votes if people knew how to spell his name correctly. I still get it wrong.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Lakers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. The first free throw is good. Well, we all know, Brent, you grew up in a real basketball environment. What affected watching your dad and competing against your brothers and being in that conversation at the dinner table have on the development of your playing style?
Well, I think first and foremost what comes to mind, Kevin, is just competing. And it wasn't just competing at basketball. It was wiffle ball in the backyard, soccer in the fall, baseball in the spring, Monopoly during the weekends. So anything we could get our hands on that had to do with the game, yeah, it was about that competition.
And what do you do now in retirement? What do you find to stimulate the competitive side?
Well, I beat my kids in Monopoly, I could tell you that.
And the Lakers making a change here. Ingram's checked in. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Milwaukee leading by 3. Here's Antetokounmpo, and he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And lots of credit for the team around him. They're picking up the slack here tonight. He just can't buy a bucket right now.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
Poor decision making there. No idea what he's going for with that kind of pass in that situation.
Bucks have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And here's the fast break. Ball leading the way. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Milwaukee gets called for the foul.
Yeah, ball size makes him a difficult guy to guard. He uses it well to pick up fouls while shooting.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. And he makes the first.
And, you know, so often we hear about a player coming out as an elite athlete, but Lonzo Ball is an elite basketball brain. I mean, this guy sees everything on the court, a terrific passer, but more importantly, he's a guy that players like playing with. He really approaches the game like a 10-year vet.
Pass to Kuzma. It's stolen by Maker. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Well, guarding Antetokounmpo is really difficult because of how awkward he can get around the floor and how much space he can take up.
And with Lonzo Ball, you've heard all the comparisons to Jason Kidd as how he plays and views things as if it's a chess match. Greg, pretty good company to be in.
I tell you, that just shows the lofty expectations Ball has been saddled with, and he's the ultimate team player and plays to win. There are questions about his game, but what I always say is the fact that the players he plays with tend to play their best basketball, which I think is a reflection of his game.
To the paint, Ingram with the steal. 4-on-3 break. Here's Bogut. The pass to Ingram. Back to Bogut, and it's Ball in the corner. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. John Ensign's checked in for Milwaukee. The Lakers also making some changes. Lopez comes in for Andrew Bogut. And Corey Brewer's subbed in for Caldwell Pope. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. And the Lakers, Greg, have acquired some intriguing young talent. Do you see this group blossoming into elite status?
I mean, there's still some question marks. Injuries have been an issue. I do see some all-star potential for some of their young fellas. Superstar potential, though, tougher to say. They've got something to build on, though, and that's key.
And the Bucks with some changes. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Thon Maker. And Middleton subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Brogdon kicks to Henson. Stolen. Down low. Brewer's shot is off.
Oh, and the D did not make that any easier. can't fault the shooter for missing. That's a tough shot.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
The Bucks making a switch here. Snell's checked in. Middleton on the wing. Jacks up a three. Here's Teletovic. Lopez with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Ball's running. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul called on the Milwaukee Bucks. Hey, Brett, we know that speed is at a premium these days, but so are analytics. Talk about some of the guys who are both quick and extremely efficient.
I think about a couple guys at the point guard position, because that's normally you say quick, that's where your head goes, Kevin. So Isaiah Thomas is one of those guys that is just a blur. Once he crosses half court, he's going to counterpunch you in some way. And then Steph Curry in Golden State, you have to come out to 30 feet to guard what Steph's going to do. But there are also guys who are deceptive with their quickness and the way that C.J. McCollum manipulates a pick-and-roll set and gets himself into the mid-range. These guys are pretty good at what they do, exercising that quickness along with efficiency.
Brogdon the pass to Teletovic. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Teletovic has got the lead up to 5 now for Milwaukee. Ball with a wide-open look. The Lakers keep it alive. Fresh 24. Tries again. Pass to Kuzma. Lakers passing it around. The wide-open look here for Lopez. Drops in the tray. Lopez has got himself on the board with 3 there.
There's just no excuse to leave someone that wide open. Communication breakdown.
And Henson kicks to Brogdon. And here's the fast break. Ball leading the way. And slam dunk by Ingram.
Yeah, and Ball, a transcendent talent, I think has a real skill for finding his teammates when they have those good looks at the rim.
Now the Lakers on the break. Here's Lopez. Offensive rebound. Kuzma passes to Lopez. And it's Ball in the corner. And the pass to Kuzma. Fires from deep. And it's Ingram missing. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
This is what his game is about. Teletovic, a catch-and-shoot player.
Now here's Ball. He's guarded by Brogdon. Dishes it to Ball. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Got a piece of it. They retain possession. Teletovic tries again. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And they make sure to get the last shot of the quarter there. Nicely done.
A good awareness there to beat the clock. Now they have a break in the action to discuss some other things.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Bucks lead by 5. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Jason, a hard-fought first half. How do you assess the game so far?
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time to check out the first half of action. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. Well, for the Bucks, Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
Well, their shooting accuracy was on point. It was good play calling, of course, by the coaching staff, but it was great execution by the team.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Lakers?
Reminds me of myself at the free throw line. They have been shooting horribly out there. This is not a team that should be executing so poorly on offense. They need to completely revamp their approach, move the ball, set better screens, find the open man, get to the basket. They need to get to the basics right now.
And now, folks,
welcome back to the Great Lakes. We're back on the shores of Lake Michigan here in Milwaukee, and the buildings in the background at Sunset in Wisconsin. Bucks leading by 5.
Always take time to think about Jason Kidd and his career, having played against him in high school in the Bay Area in Oakland as he was a star of St. Joseph's. There's no question that back then he had the acumen and the intellect to be a coach, was always that on the floor during his career, and doing it now in Milwaukee.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. On the perimeter, it's Middleton and Giannis. Maker out there with John Henson, and it's Bledsoe in at the 1 spot. As you said, Brent, Kidd, one of the great minds in the game, who was a coach on the floor long before he was a coach on the sideline.
I think it's interesting for Jason Kidd and where he is now, because all these young players need experience to get smarter, and Jason is so smart. So I think he's waiting for a time where all of that intellect can catch up, and then everybody can be on the same page.
Bucks leading by 6. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Good awareness from EB there. He knows that's his job. Get the ball to the open guys as the point guard.
Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And it's Ball in the corner. Fires it up. No good there. And Milwaukee the other way now.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
And that's what you want in transition, a high percentage opportunity.
The story is true, and here the defense does a very poor job of matching up.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And you look at the Bucks in this roster, and the one constant at every position, length. I mean, great height and wingspan. Giannis and Maker, just to name a few.
Lakers trail by 12. Here's Clarkson. No good, unable to end this run. And when so much of the NBA is trying to capitalize, Greg, on small ball, the Bucks said they're going to go for tall ball if they can make it work.
And what the length and height gives the Bucks is a few things. One, you get matchup advantages, at least at a few positions on the floor. Great coverage in the passing lanes. And remember now, the half court is much bigger because of the impact of the three-point shot. You need size, skill, and activity to be able to guard that far from the basket. The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And Maker sends it back. Here's Antetokounmpo. A second chance effort. Tipped away. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Clarkson dishes to Caldwell Pope. And the Lakers get it back. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
This just doesn't seem to be his night, or his team's for that matter either. And they got to pull it together here quick, or it's going to be lights out.
And the shot is good. 6 points for Thon Maker.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far. And sweet drive there. KCP, a smooth operator with terrific straight line speed.
Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. And it's sent back by Lopez. It's deflected. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Caldwell Pope. And Drew Bogut. He's checked in for Brook Lopez. Timeout called, the Bucks.
And they've been very loose with the ball here. They haven't been as patient, forcing things a bit, which has led to turnovers. They need to just slow down and relax.
Snell's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Here's Milwaukee now. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Shots good by Bledsoe.
Well, Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
And one of the things I love about Chris Middleton is his decision making. You know, he doesn't force shots or passes when he has the ball and just lets the play develop. And that's why coaches trust him so much. The execution on point, just terrific timing on these passes.
I really like the idea that his teammates are waiting until he's in great spots to finish off the possessions. Everything's working.
And that one, good. Snell's got his first points in this one.
Bledsoe becoming more and more comfortable with the role of floor general.
Here's Caldwell Pope. That one a little long.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And Henson kicks to Bledsoe. Maker with the ball. Randall on him. Back to Bledsoe. Tries it from 19. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Randall's got his third rebound on the night. And the call will be against Thon Maker. And that'll be his third foul so far. And the Bucks making a change here. Teletovic is checked in. Ball no good.
Yeah, this has been a night where you could look at his shooting and his performance, and it's affected the team. That's the bottom line.
Here's Bledsoe. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot. Coaching staff high-fiving themselves there, watching that team move the ball around, doing whatever is best for the team.
Jason Terry, he's checked in for Eric Bledsoe. The Lakers also with a sub. Ingram's checked in. Here's Teletovic. Middleton the pass to Snell. Teletovic dishes to Middleton. Back to Teletovic. There's the double team with Bogut. Kicks it down to Middleton. Sinks the triple. Middleton's got his first 3 points of the game.
Middleton only takes a second to get that shot off. Such a good catch and shoot game.
Here's Ingram. Hits the target from 18 feet.
His release is just so smooth from the mid-range.
Doesn't go for him. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. It's been an excellent game for him offensively. He's got 21 points and counting. And we'll be right back after this. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Jason Kidd.
We got some great looks. Great looks.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Lakers trail by 17. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Brewer is out there with ball. Then it's Ingram. Then it's Bogut. And it's Kuzma in at the 4.
I know it's physically impossible, but he's got to be kicking himself. He knows he's got to make those.
And Middleton kicks to Terry. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Terry's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Bucks. And finished off by Bogut.
Well, if you're going to give Bogut a lane to the basket like that, especially as a big man, he gets his steps together and powers one home.
Middleton on the wing, covered by Brewer. Inside, here's Maker. Makes it off the glass. And the Bucks lead by 20.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Brewer. No good from outside. Milwaukee's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Feeds it to Maker.
Terry.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter.
The defense, not so good. And when you're deep inside like that, you got to come through.
Terry outside. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Terry's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Coaching staff high-fiving themselves there, watching that team move the ball around, doing whatever is best for the team.
And stolen by Teletovic. Here's Maker. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. Lonzo Ball picks one up.
Yeah, good job with the anticipation, and then the quick hands results in points off the break.
Sometimes you calculate the risks, and he did it there, but couldn't have turned out any better.
Eric Bledsoe's checked in for Milwaukee. The Lakers also making some changes. Lopez comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Clarkson in for Corey Brewer. And the dunk by Maker.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
Yeah, they're just absolutely getting anything and everything that they want out there. They have not let up.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Lakers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Here's Clarkson, and he banks in the layup.
Jordan Clarkson.
The Bucks have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor.
No doubt disappointed with that one. He'd love to have that one back.
Yeah, I'd put that play on repeat. The setup was perfect. Just need a better result next time.
Teletovic's shot is good.
That's an effective shot on the inside. Teletovic stays patient there and finishes.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Bledsoe kicks to Snell. From the line. And that one hits back iron. LA has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Hart, and it's blocked. They get it back. Dang for 3. Rebounded by Maker. Maker's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Middleton the pass to Teletovic. Over Lopez. Teletovic misses.
I'd just like to see the defensive effort get better for their ball club. They can't expect guys to miss the mid-range Jays every time.
Here's Maker, and the dunk by Maker.
Well, he's like a carpenter out there. Great floor awareness. Zipping the ball over to his teammates with ease.
Out to the right wing. Here's Hart. Good work there as it goes.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Milwaukee.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Thon Maker.
I liked his aggressiveness here tonight, especially on the glass. He was not messing around.
Brewer is checked in for Los Angeles. 1:14 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And Bledsoe, here we go. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Julius Randle picks one up.
And when I watch Eric Bledsoe, I really feel like he's at his best when he's kind of prodding a defense. So hard to keep away from the rim. When he attacks, it just opens everything else up in his offensive game.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Henson's checked in. Andrew Bogut checked in for Los Angeles. Tyler Ennis comes in for Jordan Clarkson. And Greg, as you said, the aggressiveness Bledsoe has going to the rim is a key for him to getting those open shots then on the perimeter.
And the team is at their best when he is in attack mode. Opens up lanes for cuts as you just can't keep him out of the paint. Knows when to drop off a pass after he beats his opponent as well for an easy score.
Just watch Eric Bledsoe out there and just the athleticism that he can play with at that position. Seems like he's still getting stronger and faster every year. He's got tremendous burst and tremendous power. Tough for opposing point guards to match that kind of physicality.
Good on both. And for Bledsoe, it is said that he greatly improved his diet since establishing himself in the league.
Well, I like the fact that Eric Bledsoe has taken this a lot more seriously. Of course, he's a very physical player, plays the point guard position, and with that kind of taxing work on your body, best thing you could do is make sure you fuel it up for that kind of action.
Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus. Just make the simple play.
Bogut kicks to Randall. And again, the Lakers no good.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Bledsoe for three. Here's Snell, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And they've earned this one, showing an ability to dominate in front of their home crowd.
Yeah, tick-tock and not much time on the clock left. Double-digit lead and coming up roses.
Toletovic inside the line. Count it.
And this is how you close out a game, not taking any chances.
Yeah, you gotta be relentless in this game or the tide can turn on you. Not here, not tonight.
So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just